Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this On the Snow Before You Go forecast. The first thing I want to look at is my spider chart. Odds of best snow next 5 to 7 days. There's going to be a lot of snow. We've got at least 2 storm systems between now and 4/7 for the west. So there's a lot of places with more purple here higher on the web. That's Colorado, that's Utah, that's Wyoming, Idaho, parts of Montana, parts of Washington and Oregon State, and California, Utah. All these places are in for some pretty heavy snow, adding to what has been an all-time record-breaking season so far. California, Utah, parts of Colorado. So we're just going to continue to add to those totals. So stick to those places on the spider chart. You'll have the best odds of new snow. Here are my bullet points. So I've got bullseyes like I was talking about in a number of places here. All the way through this weekend into next week. In fact, California's prime time. The next shot of heavy snow, looking down the road, is 4/2 to 4/4. The Tetons, it's like a steady, heavy diet of new snow almost every single day through 4/4. Got some pretty big totals there. The Wasatch happening now through 3/31, and then the next shot with the next storm system 4/3 to 4/5. So that's just a look at some of the timing. Let me just show you how that could look. Forecast radar and satellite. So by Thursday morning, here comes the next storm into the interior. Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado getting snow. Next storm, there it is, Pacific Northwest. Heavy snow, rich flow, Idaho, Big Sky, Tetons, Wasatch, Sierra. And then that begins to make its move into the interior and becomes a significant player for all of those places and lasts 2 or 3 days. I mean, it's going to be a big snow and a slow mover at that. Let me show you what the jet could look like just beyond this storm system on 4/7. A lot to talk about. I mean, it looks like there's a cutoff low of sorts in California. Could be cranking out some extra moisture. Kind of some ridging action heading into the Pacific Northwest. So this would be an interesting pattern if it sets up. If this happens on 4/7, I don't see a whole lot for the Intermountain West at this point. But again, that's way out there, so I'm sure there'll be some shifting of this forecast. Let's talk about totals. So my forecast 3:30 through 4/7. Big numbers in some places. We could be looking at 3 or 4 feet, maybe more in the Sierra, but certainly 3 or 4 feet. I think the 69 over Heavenly is a little high, but certainly 2 or 3 feet of snow for the Wasatch and the Tetons. Big Sky is in good shape. Idaho looks to get a lot of snow out of this, and Washington and Oregon State. Elevated amounts. Colorado looking at about a foot, maybe a couple of feet in a couple of places. So we're looking at big totals, 3:30 through 4/7. Northeast, I just don't have much. I just don't have any big storms for Vermont, New Hampshire, or Maine. Pretty light snows coming through. You might have a couple different shots of snow, but they don't look incredibly big at this point. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this On the Snow Before You Go forecast. Be safe out there and enjoy all this new snow and this record-breaking season. Take care.